Alright guys, AJ here. So I only have probably 45 minutes left after doing the cleanup earlier today. So let's start in this end and then we'll hopefully get to meet Miss Yvonne. Oh. Yeah, I can be here forever. So here's the iconic butterfly bench that's in all of the Instagram videos and photos. So the recommendation is to start this part of the garden. It is extremely sunny, guys, so kind of bear with the film here. Here's the Millennium Alliums, which I just finished planting a whole bunch of those. And all the penstemon, beautiful. Ugh. Look at that beautiful vignette right there. That is pretty. I gotta remind myself to look down as well. All the ground cover, all the carpeting plants. So peaceful. Remember to look down, AJ. Remember to look down. That's ghost fern right here. Now again, this is dappled shade, part sun condition. Right here you have a, I believe this is a river birch. Sorry guys, I blanked for a second. And the bottom layer, you can tell the harmony in the colors of brilliance, the autumn brilliance fern, and all the heuchera. Very harmonious color right here. Very harmonious. This right here, look at that beautiful, well pruned and maintained red bud right here. I mean, it is glowing. Let's see if we can get a close-up of some of the foliage here. Well done. All right. And all of the texture and color contrast of the foliage between these two adjacent red buds. And I want to say that's, is that a birch? Beautiful. Beautiful. So much depth and texture. right, so we're gonna turn the corner here. I want to say this is more of a woodland garden. And the amount of creativity with this hardscape, with this flooring right here, this pathway flooring, this pathway material is really unique. I guess old trees that had to be taken down. You just make pavers out of them. Beautiful. All right, guys, I'm gonna pick up the pace here. But this garden tour is listed under several garden tours within this region, and all listed under the Garden Conservancy. The Garden Conservancy website. So if you guys go to the Garden Conservancy website, you'll be able to find many gardens in this region and all over the continental United States that are open for showings. So you do have to become a member. You do have to become a member of the Conservancy, but it is well worth it. I mean, just 5 steps and you get tons of inspiration. Tons of inspiration. So here's the great lawn area. And before I get out to the great lawn area, let me get some footage of this beautiful little Japanese brook that she has created here. I love the sound of the crunch of the gravel. So I'm gonna have a seat in this bench right here and just kind of soak in the calm and serene nature of this stream. I love the little pagoda, statue right there. And the Hakunakoa, if I pronounce that right. Japanese forest grass right there poking out, and beyond that, that looks to be I want to say an orangeola, Japanese maple. I actually have one that it's still in a pot, and it's been in a pot for I want to say 4 years, and it's time for me to put it in ground. All right, so we're gonna swing around, go onto the great lawn, and kind of check out that little seating area right there. Look at the leaves. Look at the beautiful foliage of this gorgeous redbud. Deep dark foliage. And appropriately underplanted with all of these nandinas. And beyond that, all of the bamboo. See, if I moved too quickly, I would have missed that. And that right there, that's a Zephyrin, I believe. Should have fragrance on it. Yep. Very light, fresh, fruity fragrance. And it's really making its way up and over this pergola. Very intimate patio. There's so many directions I want to go. I tell you, before we head up there, let's swing around this way and go to perimeter. This right here is really neat. Very charming, very charming. I don't know if that's a Graham Thomas or what. Look at this. Look at the contrast, guys, between this blazing bright heuchera and these neon-like blooms of the catmint. Nice combination. And if you look carefully in there, you can see some alliums. I don't know if that's Schuberti. I'm not too sure. I love these obelisks. They're practically covered, but I mean, they're just so perfect for those climbing roses. Wow. Now, isn't that a beautiful setting right here, guys? Ground cover of catmint with all the pollinators going crazy. The peaceful sound of the fountain, and back planted by those gorgeous orange peach roses. Oh my goodness. Bed of roses, a few foxglove. There's all the Schuberti alliums. That gorgeous arbor right there. beautiful, peaceful walk right here. Pathway of just grass. Look at that expansive lawn right there. So this is the side of the house, and clearly there's the front. Underplanted with all the stilby and heuchera, and needs to be a brilliance, autumn brilliance fern right there. And the back, you've got, oh my God, Hamsonia. That's gorgeous. That's gorgeous.
Did you stop to see the other gardens?
I think we only probably have 15 minutes left, but I want to catch the interior.
Right.
Yeah. So I'll run and do that real quick and then say a quick hello and, you know. All right, nice meeting you. Oh, nice.
Yeah, those two.
Look at that. Isn't that crazy? And it's paired with clematis, of course. So I'm just experimenting with putting clematis amongst my climbing roses and just amongst the shrubs, period. I normally have clematis by themselves, but as you can see, she's got them paired with her roses. So that just increases the amount of blooms you'll get from your from displaying plants on your climbing structures. And here it is behind me. Beautiful. All right, so I guess this is the last stretch. I just wanted to get this interior bed. So it's a parterre garden. Each quadrant has roses underplanted with various perennials. Looks to be salvia, geranium. Beautiful. Over here you've got salvia, probably lobelia, I want to say. Yeah. Well clipped and manicured box Partier. I'm sure my camera is not doing this tour justice, but look at that. So this right here, this is iconic. This is an iconic nook right here. Louis Armstrong verse. I am not going to attempt to sing that, but you guys can pull up the song and listen to it for yourself. Beautiful. Did I mention it's nice and cool under this arch too, since we're in the shade? I have a feeling that today the temps went up to at least 90 degrees. And as you can see straight ahead, the butterfly bench is where it all started. Beautiful. gorgeous. Gorgeous peony right here. All right, buddy. We're pretty much filming the same thing here. All right, let me go meet Miss Yvonne. Beautiful. Look at the clematis climbing up. What a chimney. Oh my goodness, and the contrast. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess I'll grab a bite and say a quick hello and praise her for this gorgeous garden. Sorry, I had to take footage of the beautiful furniture too. All right, let me go meet Miss Yvonne. Back where we started, guys. Well, it's time for me to geek out because I'm going to meet Miss Yvonne. All right, guys.
Lomnava.
Lomnava means if you love me, you will come to me.
It's your language.
I was very interested in knowing what that meant. So I've just been granted a second tour. I'm ecstatic. All right, so this is an area I did not get footage of. And it is this water feature right here. So we've got the sun coming from that side. So I'll go on that side. And let's see. Okay, I thought there were fish in here. Since I'm here, let's take another pan. So I'm really surprised that this geranium, she must have drip. She must have drip because I'm really surprised that this geranium is able to withstand all of this heat, because geraniums like a lot of moisture. So isn't that beautiful? Here's the backside of that pear tree alley. So maybe we can go over here and see how many she has planted here. She's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Isn't that gorgeous? And it's repeating repeat it on the other side. All right, so I gotta take a walk down this alley. So a few things. I was sitting and talking with Miss Yvonne for several minutes. So what she does is daily, yes, I said daily, she will come out to a specific area in the garden, a designated area, and she would work that area. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be weeding, it can be mulching, it could be composting, it could be pruning, probably targeted watering, but she tends to every area of this garden weekly or daily. That is astonishing, because a garden of this magnitude, that's a lot. That's a lot. And it's just so peaceful. I won't even look at it as work. Yvonne, if you're watching this, I am so appreciative of you allowing me a second tour back here. Because I just didn't want to be intrusive, you know? So we're back here at this small vignette, a nook is what I call it. A very peaceful nook. And I filmed this a little earlier today, but it was in full sun. Now, I'm able to appreciate it even better because it's shaded and it has filtered light. And the thing about filtered light, especially in filming, is you're able to get better contrast of colors. Like, take for example, this gorgeous clematis here. Up against this red bud. And then I think that's an Eden rose. No, that's not Eden. That's New Dawn. This New Dawn rose, the bloom colors and the contrast between the foliage of the red bud is stunning. It is stunning. Look at that. very inspirational. And then the bottom layer, you have this cooler, more soothing color of the clematis blooms. Beautiful. So this area right here, it is so soothing. Look, you've got the dark colors of the mondo grass with the bright foliage of the ferns. Look at how they play off of one another. That is beautiful. And then you have the small Japanese maple as a canopy. Just these small vignettes. And that's how you want to approach gardening and gardening design. Bit by bit, small space by small space, room by room. So I love this bench. I love this bench. And just this whole back area. It's so private and cozy. Oh, and check that out. Look at that purple clematis right here. Beautiful. Let's just take this in, guys. We're no longer in full sun. It's part shade. And it is just absolutely soothing. So we're going to take another walk through this woodland garden. The lighting is so much better. You get filtered lighting this time of day, and the vivid, rich colors really come through with this type of lighting. Like what is that, lily in the valley? Even her bleeding hearts, the foliage is still intact. Wow. I mean, look at the size of these astilbes. Look at that. That is massive. Look at that. That is massive. Oh my goodness. think this is Ligularia. I think. And these put out very tall blooms, spikes. There's that smoke bush tree in more dappled light. And I can't get over this setting right here. The copper tones, the color harmony, the color echoing. In case you guys didn't know, those right here are epimediums. And they are massive. So when I was speaking to Yvonne, she uses a lot of compost. So at the beginning of the season, she uses a lot of compost around her perennials and under her trees. And I mean, that in itself feeds the plants. Feeds the plants very well. And so that's why they're so massive. Look at all this pulmonaria, lungwort. Beautiful. I mean, these are so mature, you can actually divide these into 3. There's some foxglove over there. All right, we're reaching the end of the second tour. Walking backwards to the start point. And that's the greeting stand over there. All right, so let me say goodbye and thank Miss Yvonne for opening her garden to us. All right, guys, well, thanks for hanging with me on this beautiful, amazing tour of Miss Yvonne's garden. And until next time, this is AJ Screen Thumb.